everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley, president of Dealer Synergy and the creator of this Millionaire Car Salesman Group. Man, do you see something? Like, who's this? Come up closer.
Hi, everyone.
Tell everybody who you are.
I am Jenna Blankenbiller, and I'm with Dealer Synergy now.
Ooh, gotta let it marinate for a little bit. You just rushed in there. So just tell them who you are and what have you been doing for the last decade or 12 years?
I've been in the automotive industry for about 12 years. Started out at an independent dealer and then joined Bob Ruth Ford in the internet department, and just recently joined here again.
So,
Dealer Synergy.
see, she's modest.
No.
Okay, so get in the camera here. So what's going on, folks? We are hijacking our podcast this week to make this incredible announcement that Jenna just joined the Dealer Synergy executive team. Jenna is now the director of dealer relations. But as the president and founder of Dealer Synergy, I want you to understand why we picked Jenna. Well, first and foremost, as you all know, that I've owned Dealer Synergy for 20 plus years, 4,000 rooftops, blah, 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 blah. But one of our big success stories is Bob Ruth Ford. You know, we've been working with Bob Ruth Ford for, 7 years, I think. Mm-hmm. And we become very good friends with Rob Ruth and Rob Dell and, Mike and Ariel and Lexi and everybody else over there. I know I didn't mention everybody, but there's a lot of people over there. And, we're really proud of what Bob Ruth Ford has done. They went from 75 units a month out of the internet department to 356 units out of the internet department last month in July 2024. And Jenna was a big part of that. So Jenna, your role, you were the internet director, mm-hmm. and, we were able to scale to 150, pretty quick, but you were instrumental in helping Dealer Synergy take the store from, 150 to 350, mm-hmm. right? And you were also part of the acquisition strategy for the VBC, the vehicle acquisition department, being able to go from buying, 20 cars from the public to buying 150 cars a month from the public. But then can you talk about your role, your senior leadership role as the general, you finish it.
The general sales training director, we took on the new hiring process, a lot of the training tools. We did a lot of tools at Bob Ruth Ford and onboarding, and we even did a lot of training with the sales department, introducing them to the Dealer Synergy strategy and onboarding them into a lot of the processes and introducing them to what the BD agents were doing from the start to finish process.
Can you just share with everybody, I'll start so you can mm-hmm. elaborate. Bob Ruth Ford is very different. It's an internet dealership, which means that 80% of all the sales comes out of the internet department.
That's correct.
And that's not how it was when I first got there. We worked together to make this an internet dealership, and they do something really different, and I love it. There's two experiences you could have with these internet prospects. Either a traditional sense where the internet sales team, the BDC team, is going to engage the prospect, set the appointment, bring them in and sell the car. But they've created a process where they're doing everything over the phone and internet. Can you explain that and just freestyle a little bit, what they do, not how they do it, they got to pay for that, but what you guys do?
So we do call it the VIP experience. You get to shop with Bob Ruth Ford the way you want to shop. If you want to come in, we have a process that you can do it that way. You want to do curbside pickup, you can do it that way. You want to stay at home from the comfort of your home, we can help you do it that way as well. You want to do it remote and fully entirely online, we can do it that way as well. We customize your experience there, and we know how to help you shop the way you want to shop.
Now, the thing I find interesting with this is that you've created a mechanism at the dealership to be able to cut down time. Mm-hmm. You're able to have people in and out of the dealership, in and out of finance, increase your CSI, decrease expenses. And one thing that a lot of people are not aware of is that one of the ways that you were able to do this is you have a team of international BDC reps that are off-site. We're not going to mention where. We're just going to say that you have 6 agents that are in a different country that are overseas, and you have 3 in domestic at the dealership. Yeah. So you mm-hmm. ran a team of 9 BDC reps.
Yeah.
So 9 BDC reps, and all the salespeople is what it took to sell 356 units last month out of the internet. Am I correct?
That's correct.
So people are wondering, well, wait a minute, Sean, how is Jenna working for you if she was part of one of your big clients? Well, because Jenna wanted out of the retail side. She's been doing it for 12 years, but you tell them your heart was with training and helping. So why did you want to come on to the Dealer Synergy team? And
Well, I believe a lot in what you guys do, and that was one of the reasons I was successful at Bob Ruth Ford too. I believed in your processes and what you guys do here at Dealers Energy, and you gave me a lot of opportunity to get back some family time too that I've been missing out, and I appreciate you guys for doing that.
yeah, and for the record, if all my listeners are here, we had the complete blessing of the dealer principal, Rob Ruth, and the executive team for Jenna to come on. So just so don't worry if you work with us, we're not stealing your people. We actually have a non-compete agreement in our contracts, both. So you don't steal our people, we don't steal your people. But this is what happens when you work with somebody for 7 years and you have developed a really good relationship. And everybody at Bob Ruth Ford is super excited that you're with our team because you still get to work with the Bob Ruth Ford team in the United States. You still get to work with the external BDC team that's overseas, and they still get their Jenna.
Yeah, yes.
But now Jenna is supercharged by, and backed by the Dealer Synergy team. But here's the other really cool reason why we brought Jenna on, because as I just mentioned, Jenna, you did such an amazing job managing this international BDC
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
So with Dealer Synergy now having a fully staffed, outsourced BDC service in Belize, right? Jenna is going to be instrumental in running this international team. So, Jenna, talk about that. How excited are you about, helping us manage the Dealer Synergy outsourced call center in Belize?
I'm so excited. You know what I mean? Like, even like you said, it was a team of 6, 9, but now it's a whole big center we're going to get to do. I'm so excited about it. It's going to be a whole different experience. I mean, we were successful at Bob Ruth Ford. Now we get to be even more successful with more people. I can't wait for the experience.
Yeah, so we have a 300 plus staffed call center. So we have a massive facility in Belize City, which is the capital of Belize. We have 300 agents that are there, and we are excited. We just closed another dealer. Like, we're just bringing dealers on like crazy to the program. The fully launched is going to be October 1st. So the clients are coming on board. We are onboarding them. Let's talk about that for a minute. So part of having an international outsourced call center is logistics. So, can you talk about how that works? Like, talk about the Zooms, the voice over IP.
Yeah.
And so we help set all this up with the dealer. So
So a little bit kind of like what we did is for accountability purposes and interaction, we had them on Zoom. We communicated a lot of times with them through WhatsApp. They work in our CRMs that we had in Storm, get trained on our processes and everything. So that way they were no different than our in-store reps. And that's how we were able to have everything up and running with them. They were no different than if you hired somebody in-house in the store, and we treated them no different.
So to me, there's certain things that like would stress me out if I was a dealer. If I'm going to do outsource, hey, what are they doing? How are they doing it? So we're using Zoom. So all the dealers that are on the outsource call center program, they're going to have Zoom up. Some stores have like a flat screen 50-inch 60-inch TV in the BDC or at the tower or in the owner GM's office or whatever it is, and whether it's one BDC agent or a whole team of them like you had at Bob Ruth Ford, you're going to be able to have all of the agents on Zoom throughout the day.
Yeah.
Can you explain what that's like, and what are you just staring at them all day? What are they doing?
No, you interact with them all day long. So you would have them up, you're available for live questions. If they need anything, I mean, right away, they're just like, hey, Jenna, I have a question. Or, hey, Jenna, do you have a quick minute? Can I jump on a private Zoom with you for a quick question, or whatever it is. They interact with each other, and it just makes you closer as a whole, and they can see what's going on in your store, and it's just interaction. It's no different than if they were sitting right next to you like a coworker.
Now, the other thing is that you want to be able to create, well, what we are creating is full time. So the dealers that are coming on board, if they get one agent or two agent or three agent, this is a complete point of contact sales agent. So let's just say, for example, we have, let's just call the person Miguel, right? So we have Miguel and by the way, Belize is an English speaking country first. So I don't know why I use Miguel, it just is on the top of my head, but let's say Miguel is in Belize, right? So Miguel is going to be assigned to one particular dealer. So it's not like we're going to have multiple BDC reps in Belize calling people and confusing people. First and foremost, you have one full-time person, or you could have as many as you want, you know what I mean? But let's just say if you sign up for one agent, they're going to be working 40 hours a week, your schedule, like a real dealership schedule, not in Belize time. By the way, they're in mountain time, so they're still based on the American, time zones and what like that we're accustomed to. But it feels awesome to be able to provide a service where you have a full-time, talented, trained, motivated, dealer synergy certified BDC rep that's going to be able to get to know your products. They're going to eventually be product certified, our recommendation. Why? Because the better they know your products, the better that they could be on the phones, more confident, answer more questions, and less likely to do primitive TOs. You know what I mean? Now, in addition to getting them to learn your products, they're going to get to learn your staff, your managers, your salespeople, the other coworkers in the department. They're going to start to develop equity in the relationship. Your team could, teach them certain things and evolve. So when you have the same person, you start to develop equity in the relationship. They start to develop more sophistication, confidence, etc. Can you talk about also how one of the main successes you've had with the Bob Ruth Ford International BDC team has been treating them like a full-time employee and getting to know them, and because that's one of the reasons why like they're so successful is because of how you treated them.
Well, yeah, and they'll often say it too, like anytime they talk to us, we made them feel like part of the team family, whether it was interacting, like you said, Sean, with the managers or even the sales staff. They had full access to everyone in the dealership. Even when we onboarded them, we walked them around via Zoom and showed them the whole entire dealership. We sent them any videos that we've done on the dealership, so they knew the story, they knew the history, they knew the background. When we built the new service center, we showed them the service center as it was being built. Any changes that we made to the store or did, they were included. We didn't exclude them from anything. We even did a secret Santa, and we included a secret Santa for even them, and we did it like all through Amazon so that they could do like a secret Santa for one another. We even paid for them to go to a concert over there so they could still do a team building exercise over where they are just with themselves, because we had done a team building exercise over here for us just so that they could still do an activity as well.
And listen, we always said that sales is a relationship thing. Well, so is, HR and employment. If you're good to your people and you give them opportunity and resources and you appreciate them and you love them, if they're good people, they're going to reciprocate, by being awesome team members. So again, I'm really excited about this call center, and I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt that I didn't start this a lot sooner. But again, I'm trying to take over the world doing 50 million things. But again, this is one of the main reasons why we were excited to bring you onto the team. It's not just that you literally help take a store from 75 units to 350 units a month out of the internet department, population only 2,500 in Dillburg, Pennsylvania. Not only are you a cover story on Auto Success magazine, not only have you been featured in digital dealer keynotes and all this other crazy stuff, but how you do it, how you use an international team to cut costs significantly, to, neutralize the attrition problem. I mean, you've had the same team for a couple of years
Yeah, I think we're
overseas.
working on two years with a couple of the reps.
2 years having an international outsourced BDC team. It's amazing. And, for us, what we're offering dealers with this call center is to have somebody that is a point of contact full time. Now, in addition to that, some Jenna differences about our call center compared to all the other call centers out there. First and foremost, we are CRM experts. You guys know Sean Bradley and Dealer Synergy? We are in every advisory board from all the major CRMs like Vince Solutions, Dealer Socket, Elite CRM, Promax. We work with companies like Techion, like Drive Centric. We do immersion training. So all of our outsourced call center agents are trained and trained in CRM. So if you are a Vin Solutions dealer, the agent you're going to get is going to be a Vin Solutions agent. If you are in Techion, you're going to get a Techion outsourced BDC agent. If you're in Drive Centric, you're going to get a Drive Centric, certified Techion, Drive Centric, Vin Solutions, dealer stock agent, whatever CRM you have, they're going to be there because it doesn't make sense that your outsourced BDC center has different software than what you work on. You want to make sure that whatever CRM that you use at the dealership, they're using too. That way you could hold them accountable. That way there's no redundancies. That's where there's no mistakes. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that statement.
And we would not want to do a call center without having Podium AI BDC involved, right? So as we build this call center, as we, bring on dealers, we're going to be using Podium's AI BDC. Why? So we can make sure we are the fastest at responding to any internet leads, any internet purchase requests. We all know one of the biggest determinants of success is internet response times. People got these internet response times of 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Don't let it be more than 30 minutes. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous, right? But Podium's AI BDC can get it done in 15 seconds, And so, listen, I love it when a prospect answers the phone and they're like, wow, I'm still on the computer. And I'm like, sorry for the delay, right? That's how fast we want to be with our internet response times. And so that's the reason why we're using Podium BDC. And listen, if you want fast response times like that, then I highly suggest that you go to podium.com/MCS or just click the link that's in the show notes. All right. Now I'm gonna let Jenna and Sean take back over.
Okay. Now, in addition to having full-blown CRM training, immersion, and support from Dealer Synergy for your outsourced BDC rep, the other two big peeves I've had with call centers, Jenna, that I'm excited to say for us, we're not going to have is a lot of these call centers only have, maybe they'll do 5 attempts, 7 attempts, 9 attempts, whatever it is, over maybe a week, 8 days, 9 days, or whatever it is. But it's really rare in my last 26 years that I've seen an outsourced call center that's going to follow up methodically, strategically for 30 days, for 60 days, for 90 days. Our outsourced call center will do 30 days full-blown follow-up, 60 days follow-up, 90 days follow-up, depending what your goals and your details are at the dealership. So I like that we have a stronger gestation period because you got to understand the average buying cycle on a new car is post 90 days. So if you're only following up somebody for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, even 11 days, you're leaving a massive amount of money on the table, which is a problem. The next thing is this, and this is just such a pet peeve. As you all know, we work with Toyota manufacturer. Mm-hmm. And Jenna, do you remember the workshop that we just did yesterday? It was macro, micro, but the workshop that we did last week for Toyota corporate was diversified ways to communicate for follow-up. See, the average salesperson is only going to use the phone call, email, or text message. And even if they did all that, it's usually not sophisticated, not with a lot of training, passion, enthusiasm, skill, etc. So it is what it is, right? However, what we're doing is we are obviously putting them through the Dealer Synergy training, which is extremely talented inbound, outbound phone skills, inbound, outbound text messaging skills, inbound, outbound email skills, inbound and outbound, chat skills, video email, video text message skills, social media DM skills. So we are diversifying the communication. And I don't know any real example of any outsourced call center that's having their agents that are going to be doing video emails, video text messages, social media DMs, Apple FaceTimes, and keep up the cadence and continuity. It just doesn't exist out there until now. So how do you feel about the level of sophistication for the agents that we're going to be breeding, in Belize?
It's going to be a totally different. It's going to be a big change for everyone. And not only that, it's going to bridge kind of like the gap for a different approach to reaching out to customers. It's going to be received really well.
Now, putting all of that, we're also, and I don't want to give too much into this, have an amazing AI partner Okay. And so I think you might know who it is because, they sponsor a lot of our stuff and we love them. But, our outsourced call center is going to have full-blown AI that's going to be integrated to it. So not only are you going to have the absolute most cost-effective BDC agent or agents, they're going to be the highest, most sophisticated trained because they're trained by Dealer Synergy. And we are one of the literally pioneers in the entire automotive industry for internet sales and BDC. Again, so having these skills, and then when you combine that with having full-blown conversational AI technology, there isn't going to be any outsourced BDC that could compete with us by far. And look, I'll give you the taste test. If you are currently with an outsourced BDC, you probably hate them, no disrespect, but you're probably frustrated with them. You're probably questioning, why are you paying for this shit? What are you getting? And you're probably saying, well, it's better than nothing. Well, no, it's not true. Okay. You don't have to settle for mediocrity in your outsourced BDC. You don't have to settle that they don't have any clue about the CRM. You don't have to settle for them changing, BDC reps like Katy Perry changes clothes. You don't have to deal with that anymore. Okay. Reach out to us because I'm probably cheaper than what they are anyway, and we are way better. So think about this. How many outsourced BDCs have a director of dealer relations that took a single point four dealership from 75 units a month on the internet to 356 units a month on the internet, including last month, July 2024? Nobody. It's not normal. And then having as much internet BDC CRM experience as Dealer Synergy. Think about what we've done for 20 years at Dealer Synergy. For 20 years, for over 2 decades, that's all we do is recruiting, hiring, training. We've recruited and hired 38,000 automotive professionals, BDC reps, and managers all over the United States. We've trained hundreds of thousands of automotive professionals, in multiple countries. Now you have us taking all of our superpower and building our own call center. Man, I'm putting all these other wiggity whacked, outdated, antiquated call centers on notice. We're coming for you, coming for your clients, people. We ain't playing.
Let's
Right?
go.
Let's go. All right, so let's transition to this. So I'm going to get into Jenna. Let's give these people some value, okay, besides just the introduction. I wanted to just, this is a little different. Normally our podcasts are like an hour. We're going to make this short this week, just because we're busy closing deals, selling cars like candy bars here at Dealer Synergy. This is like the Willy Wonka factory with all these candy bars we're selling, right? So, but I do want to give the audience some tips. Can you just tell us, as an internet director or as a training, general training, director at the dealership level, what are some things that you did that helped your people become successful, or helped you make your department successful?
I would probably say always take care of your BDC agents. Like that was probably like the number one thing I always made a priority. Take care of your agents. Never forget the basics. Obviously, have a great support team, which Dealer Synergy I was always so very thankful for. My assistant was always my yin and I was her yang. So definitely always get yourself a great assistant. Definitely have a mentor that you can reach out to for support. You can never have anything better than a good mentor. I would probably say, processes are always a great thing to have, an accountability, yet alone accountability to yourself and to your team.
Two things, all that's valuable, but the first thing that you said kind of piqued my interest. You said about taking care of your team. Okay, what do you mean by that? Because I know, but I want you to kind of elaborate. What do you mean by taking care of your BDC team?
Like I always made it a point, like not to let people, whether in the dealership, sales staff, or even other agents, bully them or push them around. Like especially like I always said when it came to like morning leads and stuff like that, when it's go time, like no distractions or anything. Like have them have their focus time, and then when it's like relaxed time, like absolutely have fun with them. Then play games and enjoy, have fun. Go outside, let them have their breath of fresh air. If they get off a rough phone call, let them have that couple minutes to, go detox, relax, have celebrations when they get, a car sold or have a great phone call, celebrate their wins with them, enjoy those moments with them, sympathize with them, have that relationship. They're human beings too. They're not just robots, and we even did that with the overseas team as well. But, things like that, protect your people.
It's really refreshing because let's just talk about this for maybe another minute or so, because I think it's so important that a lot of times the BDC reps get neglected,
Mhm.
and I don't think it's malicious, but, it's almost an afterthought because they're in the back, on the computers doing this and that. And a lot of times these BDC reps don't feel heard. They don't
Mhm.
feel seen. They don't feel appreciated. They don't feel respected. Am I talking out of pocket or you?
No, you're not. A lot of times they do. They do the brunt of the work for the dealership. And no, you're saying a lot of things that are factual.
These people are usually the frontline employees, which means that they're the lowest person on the totem pole, even though they're the front lines. They're the first people to interact with prospects and clients. So all the money we spend in marketing, advertising, branding, inventory, HR, all the stuff, the BDC reps are the front
Mhm.
lines, and they're usually neglected. And again, these are human beings. How does that feel knowing that you're the least appreciated, least respected, and least paid people on the whole team, but you have so much responsibility, so much pressure? When shit gets wrong, what happens? How many points you got? How many points? Who's coming in? What's going on? What's going on? The sales managers are on their asses all
Yeah.
the time. So it is really important to love on them. It is really important to take care of them. It is really important to include them into the culture.
Mhm.
All right,
No, you're
cool.
absolutely right.
Can you just talk about something that I thought was really cool is
Yeah.
that you used to do games and things like that. Can you talk about that for a minute or two?
Yeah, one of the games we used to play was Jenga. So we would take like rebuttals or product knowledge and just like a normal Jenga game, we would write them like all over. You would do like jokes and like sometimes you would do like, dealer synergy questions or things like that. And then you would just put like random like oddball questions on there. And when you would pull the Jenga piece out, you had to read it and then you'd answer the question and put it on top. My assistant, she would even do one with like dice. So you would roll the dice and whatever the number was on it, and then you would, guess the rebuttal on the sheet that the number of the dice was. So we did like fun little games like that. We've done bingo before, when you got off a phone call, if the customer said one of the bingo questions, you got to like mark off the bingo questions and then you got prizes and we gave away like lottery tickets and things like that.
So you kept it spicy, you kept it
Mm-hmm.
exciting. You broke the monotony of the job, and because it's grind sometimes when you're
Yes.
making 120 outbound calls and you're only connecting with 8, 10, 12 people in a day, you've got to be able to keep them excited and motivated.
Yeah.
There's no difference than a drill sergeant or drill instructor, calling cadence in the military or having college crew team, the boats, and you have somebody saying row, row. I mean, you got to create the pace, the tone, and the vibe in that room. If it's quiet, it's dead. You're not making money. So I love that, Jenna. And let's go now to the other thing that you mentioned I liked everything you said, but the other thing that I'm triggering on is accountability.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of dealers, unfortunately, out there that don't manage their people the right way.
Correct.
They don't hold them accountable. They
Mm-hmm.
allow them to do things that they know that are counterproductive or
Mm-hmm.
counterintuitive to success. So how important is it to hold people accountable?
It's really important to hold your people accountable, and like holding the BD agents accountable was probably the easiest thing because it was real easy to show them the end result that was in mind when it came to holding them accountable, especially to their calls, texts, and emails because they saw their sales at the end of it. Not everybody wants to be held accountable, and a lot of people, when you do hold them accountable, resistance. When you hold somebody accountable, you don't always get labeled a nice person when it comes to it. But when it
Who
came
are you
to
telling? This is Sean Bradley here.
right, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a hard job to do holding people accountable, but I tell you one thing, like holding the BD agents accountable, the results, especially in my department, showed for themselves, and it speaks for itself when it came to it.
356 units last month on the internet in a town that's got nothing but cows and corn and grass. population 2,500 in Dillsburg. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, and pickles. We have pickles too.
Yeah, pickles, really? Oh, that's right. That's right. Pickles. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Dillsburg, dill pickles. Is that where it comes from? All right,
So.
there you go. So, Jenna, talk to us and the audience. What are you excited about bringing to Dealer Synergy? We've been in business for 20 years, but you have your own experiences, but hold on, you still smell like the streets. She still smells like a dealership. You still smell like Bob Ruth Ford. You know what I mean? Like, I've been out of the store for years now. You are right off of there. So, all kidding aside, what are you excited to bring to Dealer Synergy and all of our clients?
I think right now, like the conversations, the last 3 days, I think just the value that I've been able to bring to all the clients that I've been able to talk to so far. And like everyone's been asking like me questions, and me just being able to have the conversations, answer their questions, bring, suggestions to them. Like, have you done this? Are you trying this? Like, are you doing this? What do you mean you're not doing this? Oh, you need to be doing this. And just like seeing their eyes light up and, like, oh, I really like that idea. When can we talk again? Like every time someone's like, oh, when can we talk again? Can we meet next week? Like that's just really bringing a lot of excitement to me.
I love it. We are super excited, our team, to have you on board in a leadership position. I mean, Jenna, we worked with you for years and years at Bob Ruth, like tag teaming, and so all of our processes, our strategies, and not only do you know them, but you applied them at Bob Ruth Ford, and then you have your own Jenna knowledge and experience that's separate from us that you're bringing here. So I think I'm excited personally to be able to help you take your personal automotive career to the next level. Our team is, a lot of people think because I'm the mouth that I'm it, but no, like Karen is so much better at me at certain things. That's why she's the CEO of the company that I founded. LA's got his own superpower. Tiana's got her superpower. Franca's got her superpower, and V's got her superpower. And so I'm excited for you to learn from all of us on the executive team, and we're all excited to learn from you. And at the end of the day, our mission and vision is an alignment. Our goal is to help our dealer clients sell more cars more often, more profitably. And our little motto is we want to be obsessed with their success. And I know that you're obsessive compulsive with success. And how can people get a hold of you? What's your Dealer Synergy email and your number that they can reach you at?
Yeah, it's jenna@dealersynergy.com, and they can reach on out to me and let's chat.
All right. So the Dealer Synergy phone number is 856-546-2440, or just Google Dealer Synergy and you'll see it right there. And again, it's Jenna, JENNA @dealersynergy.com. So Jenna, thank you so much for, the first podcast as a member of the Dealer Synergy team. We are honored to have you on board, and we're excited to take this to the next level. So welcome to the team.
Thank you.
All right. So let's get cracking here, everybody. If you have any interest of the Outsourced BDC or any other services that we'd help you with, just reach out to us. We're here to help out. So again, Dealer Synergy Outsourced BDC is a place to be. Let's go.
Fast response times can help you beat the dealer down the street. Get a tool that can respond to your leads in 15 seconds or less and help you book test drives 24/7, nights and weekends, so you can sell more cars. Podium's AI BDC is a conversational AI employee who sells, schedules, and talks with customers day and night and sounds like your best sales rep. Transform potential interest into sales today with Podium. Visit podium.com/MCS to see what AI can do for your dealership. That's podium.com/MCS, or click the link in the show notes.